What's up guys, it's Punchy, and today I've got a build for you that I really enjoyed using. People have been requesting this character for a long time, and I'm happy I finally pulled it off. Also, most of the time my builds are just for fun, but this one was actually effective, so check it out. Before we start, make sure to watch my last video about the Deferred enchant. I think it's a very unique enchant, and I want to see somebody make that Demon Slayer Shinobu build. Anyway, go check it out because it might be worth using. Make sure to like and subscribe, and enjoy. Our character, of course, is Sinbad from the anime Magi, and its prequel, The Adventures of Sinbad. Ever since his introduction in Magi, it was obvious to me that he's interesting enough to have his own story. Sinbad is an extremely talented swordsman, a quick-talking storyteller, and wields some of the greatest power in the entire series. Several characters in Magi possess a Jin. It's almost like a stand from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure with elemental abilities. Well, most of the time they're limited to a single Jin, but Sinbad breaks that rule and has 7 Jins. In the main Magi story, we see a lot of Sinbad sound-based Jins, but this Deepwoken build takes inspiration off his Lightning Jin Ball and his Ice Jin Veilfor from The Adventures of Sinbad. If you didn't get the impression of spoilers from that paragraph and a half I just read, big spoilers from Magi and The Adventures of Sinbad. Of course, you can build Sinbad with any type of element because he's got them all. If you have another way to recreate this character, please share down below because I want to see some creativity. But if you're watching this video, you guys want to see how I recreated him in Deepwoken. Sinbad definitely got the anime treatment with his crazy purple hair, so I decided to attempt this with the dark blue Adret. I know the blue doesn't really match his skin color, but at some point he almost turned entirely purple, so that's my justification if anyone asks. Anyway, with his signature ponytail, we are ready to build the outfit for our favorite king. Sinbad's glorious robes of white and gold are remade with our Vigil cloak and cool looking cape. As of now, there's no necklaces or gold armbands in Deepwoken, but I think it looks pretty good. My fully maxed out Sinbad build has the stats of a king and uses 2 elements. I ended up with 40 fortitude, 15 agility, 10 intelligence, 10 willpower, 32 charisma, 20 frost draw, and 100 in both thundercall and our medium weapon. And speaking of medium weapons, my sword of choice was the storm enchanted falchion. In Magi, Sinbad wields a scimitar, but currently Deepwoken's scimitar is quite outdated, so I stuck with the falchion. Ball, Sinbad's first Jin, specialized in lightning, so the additional shock and lightning strikes from storm fit perfectly with the theme of this character. And Sinbad wasn't afraid to show off his lightning prowess. It's pretty common for Sinbad to channel electricity into his sword and slice anything standing in his path. Harnessing the blade of Ball, Sinbad isn't taking any L's. Of course, Deepwoken's lightning blade with the Stormcaller slash is perfect for huge damage, breaking enemy blocks, and catching people off guard. It's one of the many combo pieces in this build. It's not all just fun and games. When there's a serious issue, Sinbad has to pull out the big guns, or in this case, a giant exploding lightning spear. The name of this technique is Barrock Psycha, and Sinbad uses it to pierce enemies or casually explode mountains. Grand Javelin emulated this well, and it was great for sniping faraway players. With a Wayward Gem, I'm able to close the gap and sometimes confirm a hit. Enough about the Lightning Jin Ball. Let's bring up another Jin that's under Sinbad's control. Veilfor and his grasp harness the power of frost and can slow people down with a single touch. Frost Grab works perfectly, and it pairs well with the Storm Enchant's additional stun. It's pretty good for mix-ups and holding people in place. Let's focus back on Ball. Sinbad calls down the lightning bolt from the sky and absorbs it into his body and the environment around him. Balrog Blast is a very destructive move, but Sinbad used this to revive his friends. The mantra Lightning Impact without the projectiles can be used in combos to send players up. I've never used this move before, but I really enjoyed slamming people around. Once you fully master combat with your Jin, you gain their elemental abilities in a unique suit of armor. Sinbad uses his full body Jin equip with his lightning homie Ball and gets an insane electric power up. Lightning Cloak was the obvious choice for this. It gives you a faster speed, a faster swing speed, and it all works perfectly for this build. Using his 100 charisma build, Sinbad's got away with words. Using his expert level storytelling skills, Sinbad has the audience glued to their seats ready to hear what's next. Of course, taunt worked well, and it prevents enemies from jumping around because, you know, we're trying to tell them a story. But yeah, restricting movement goes hard for any combo based build. Try this out. Alright, we're kind of bouncing around here, but back to Sinbad's Frost Jin Veilfor. Sinbad's able to launch freezing pieces of, well, ice to slow down the enemy and mess with their heads. He named this move for Zyru. Ice daggers do the job correctly and pressure enemies that aren't prepared. This might be the best move for continuing a combo, and it's worth picking up for any hybrid build. And the final ability of Sinbad I'll be using, well, is the entire application of the Barrock with his Lightning Jin Ball. Sinbad's lightning sword and light speed movement make it very hard for people who want to throw hands. He's moving so fast, it's like he's surrounding them. I picked up Storm Blades to replicate his light speed combos with his Jin proficiency. It's an awesome move for hitting faraway opponents and continuing combos. It's definitely worth picking up for a hybrid build. Sinbad's mantra skills lead right into the best talent for this build. I have never had a better experience with the legendary talent Dazing Finisher. It keeps charmed enemies in place if you flourish, but with this stun based combo build, that is very easy to pull off. Since I only use Frost Draw for combos and applying charm, this, well, works like a charm. There aren't that many talents that you need for this build, but if you want to recreate it, check out my full talent list. The anime Magi has a pretty diverse cast, and I think Sinbad was very fun to make. Check out some fights with the Master of Jins. Thank you guys for watching and commenting down below what you want to see next. I took this build from a suggestion and I might pick your build next. Thank you guys for watching again, and make sure to like and subscribe. Have a good one.